All right, welcome back to the podcast. It's Tim here. Today we're out at Success Journey Sports here in Aberdeen to see a pretty awesome indoor training facility that recently started. Yeah. And today I'm here with Ricky Venters.
Yes, yeah.
Ricky, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you, Tim, for having me.
Absolutely, my
Definitely
friend.
a pleasure, man.
Of course, Drew and I went on a tour of the place.
Yeah.
We got a lot of great things going on here. We did talk a lot about the behind the journey with everything, and we had a great conversation. That's going to be another video that we put out. So give everybody a little bit of an idea about who you are and kind of how we got to this place. And then 2 minutes. So your life in 2 minutes.
Yeah, right. So I always introduce myself. Well, first, grateful for being a part of the show, Tim, man.
Yeah, thanks.
We met probably a few weeks back, going around and trying to get my networking up in this area. And you're one of the first persons I met at that networking event.
Okay.
Right? Yep. So
shout out to Innovative Networking.
Yes. Yeah.
There you go.
In a summary, I'm from New York, a small town of 2,000 people. And I always say, and it wasn't until I was older till I realized how small the town was.
Okay.
We don't even have any stoplights in the town.
Interesting.
Yes. There's some stop signs, one little gas station in there, and my parents still live there. And it's, I'm like, man, I come from that small of a town to kind of the things I've been exposed to and experienced now. But I'm a father, I'm a husband, and 3 boys. It's been just an amazing journey so far. Moved here to Maryland in 2012, and my wife and I, we haven't looked back, man. Yeah, it's been great.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you've implanted yourself into this community. We're talking about how many years does it take to say that you're from a place?
Yeah. It's like
so 13 years. I think we're going to give you a little bit of an acceptance.
There, right? It's funny with that because my boys, if you ask them where they're from,
they're from here.
No. Oh. They said they're from New York.
Oh.
Now, mind you, the oldest was only 3.5 years old when he left. The youngest was 6 months. And if you ask him right now, where are you from? He said, I'm from New York.
There you go. That's like, that sounds a lot better. I'm from New York, right? Oh my gosh.
I'm like, man, you didn't spend any time in New York. What are you talking about? But no, this is Maryland is home. Yes. We love it, and don't see us going anywhere from there. Yeah.
You've started this indoor training facility.
Yes.
Talk about some of the things that you guys have here.
Yeah. Absolutely.
For athletes.
Yeah, so we started the Success Journey Sports. We're actually, at this point, we're recording this, we're 8 weeks in from
which
our
is fascinating. Because looking around here, it looks like you've been well established for a long time.
Listen, it shocks us, myself and my team. My business partner, my close friend for 30 years, Marlon Madden. Me and him have been visioning something like this for years. Both of our kids, all of our kids are in some type of sport. As situations unfold, opportunities come up, and this came up, and we were like, let's move forward with it. And we've had some wonderful people, other partners that are with us that are close with us and had the same vision, same idea of wanting to give back to the community in a way of growing something that can help the community become better in the area of sports, right? I would tell you it's one of those things where being from New York and coming to this area and then being in this area and competing outside of this area, I have a competitive spirit to me, right?
Right.
So when I lived in New York all those years, I didn't think about any other state. I was like, it's New York and no one else. It's like, may give it to California, but it was like New York and no one else, right? So when I come to Maryland, I had that same attitude, and now I'm in Harford County, and I was like, you know what? I want to have that same attitude, Harford County and nowhere else, right? So when I'm going out and we're competing in the soccer fields or in the baseball or in basketball or things of that nature, I want to say Harford County and nowhere else. So we're like, man, where can we help in that regard and providing that opportunity for them to be better, to compete at the larger the stages? And so many great people have come from this area in particular that played at the highest levels, right? And so it's like, man, how do we help duplicate that,
right?
And making sure that we have that strong pipeline of athletes, and student athletes, we call them, coming from this area.
Well, and certainly I get the feeling like it's not just about sports training. No. There are pillars. There's 4 pillars behind what you guys are doing to create people of good character. And all that. Talk a little bit about that.
So, so our pillars are, Marlon and I, we sat down 2018. We sat down, we had both reconnected again in location, right? We always stayed connected for the past 30 years, but in proximity, we came back together. He's in the active duty military. I went to school and then moved around to different engineering jobs. And we were sitting on my couch and we're like, man, there's so many stories and so many narratives out there, and podcasting was just starting, right? It was really just getting going.
Yeah.
And we're like, man, I had actually had a podcast and around STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, when I was working with another young man named Ian Ferguson, good close friend of mine. And we were slowing down on that because we were getting busy. And Marlon, my lifetime friend, came in and said, hey, let's start a podcast. And I was like, dude, I was just slowing down on a podcast. I wasn't trying to do another one right now.
Yeah.
You know?
It ain't easy.
It's not easy, man. So it was like, you know what? We was like, man, we're having a conversation with a lot of successful people. And we was like, let's start a podcast. Let's talk about success. And we're like, man, what should we call it? We're like, I don't know, maybe Success Journey. Yeah, Success Journey. Success Journey Show. And that was it. It was like, all right, that's the podcast.
And it was born.
It was born, right?
Yeah.
And we said, man, what are those, back to your question about, what was the foundation? We kind of looked at what made successful people, and can we identify different character traits of successful people and kind of summarize it so that when we're talking to people or where we're trying to extract information from people, can we pull them around these different things? So we said, someone has to be a visionary.
Yeah.
Right. You want to be successful, you got to vision yourself being successful. Right. So you got to have, that's a dream. Right.
Yeah.
Drive is another one of our pillars, and we call them the quad Ds. Right.
Okay.
Quad Ds, what we call them. Drive, you got to have that internal desire to want to be great. Dream, drive, discipline. You got to want to be able to, no matter what happens, you got to be disciplined and getting up in the morning, disciplined and going after your dream, because it's not going to be easy.
Yeah. Doing the things that you don't want to do.
Yes.
When you don't want to do them.
Yes.
You still got to do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the other word, and this is a word for us that we took from when we were in church years growing up, and we threw it out there because it's not a word that's typically said, right? Diligence.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So we're like, man, you got to be diligent in everything that you are doing, meaning that you got to pursue excellence in everything that you're doing over and over and over again. And so with those four things, we said that right there, if someone possesses those four pillars, right, in their life, there's very few things that would stand in their way of becoming successful. But here's the thing, Tim, and I think I was sharing with you earlier, was like, we don't define success for anybody.
Yeah.
Success is the
different
journey
for everybody.
Yes, we don't know where you're going to end up. Now, you don't know where you're going to end up, right? And the crazy part about it, we talk to people from all over the world. Our podcast talk to people from all over the world. It's to the point where I have like 20, 30 podcasts in my computer right now has not been released.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's been, that's how many interviews we've been doing for over the last years. And everything we came down to, everyone that what people call successful, they were like, man, I'm just like getting started. I'm really just like, I'm on this journey.
Yeah.
So it came, I was like, it really is something to success is in the journey, not the destination.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what we embody around our core foundation.
And we talked a little bit about that. It's just being where your feet are, being present in the moment.
Yes.
Not getting so focused and worried about something that's going to happen in the future. But how can you maximize what you're doing today?
That's a big thing, man.
And teaching that mindset to younger kids.
Yes. And it's hard, right? Because one, we're in a microwave society where instant gratification, like I do one thing, I want to see 10 times the result right on the end, right? We don't have a lot of people going into farming these days. Why? Because it takes time.
Yes.
To go through that process, right?
Exactly.
A lot of patience and all those different things. And so with us as people, it's like, how do we, and I'm hearing it all the time, like I was listening to a LeBron James interview this morning, and they said, man, what gets you going? Like, this is your 23rd season. What gets you going?
Yeah.
And he said, I still love the process.
Yes.
He didn't say I love winning. He didn't say I love playing the games. He didn't say I love the attention. He said, I love the process. You talk to other greats, Kobe Bryant, all these guys said, man, I just fell in love with the process of getting ready, the fundamentals of it.
They said, Kobe, why do you focus so much on just these small things? It's because that's part of the process.
That's the process.
Yeah.
So it's like, how do you get people to fall in love with that process? And it's very difficult, but that's where true success comes from.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're creating an environment for that here for kids.
Yes.
So we have a full-size basketball court behind us.
Yes.
Got the 3-point lines for high school, college, and the pros down. Which is awesome.
Also got pickleball lines and volleyball lines.
And we're going to work on that volleyball
court.
Big volleyball family here. We're trying to get something going over here.
Yeah. We got a lacrosse wall in there, which I was just told that was called a lacrosse wall. I was like, really?
What makes it a lacrosse wall?
It's a concrete block wall. I was like, well, you know what? Every time someone comes in here, I'm telling them I got a lacrosse wall, man.
Right. You got a bunch of them around.
Exactly.
Just not near the TV.
Yeah, exactly, right? So, we have that, and then we built out a turf area, right? Turf area, we wanted to give an area to where a lot of speed and agility, conditioning stuff can be done. Also, strength training. As well, so we have an area for that, and then we also have a little cardio area as well. When we put it all together, it was like, man, we got a lot of space, man. This is great. 7,200 square feet of gym, and then you start filling it up with all these kids, and you're like, oh man,
we need more space.
We need more space. It's a good problem to have.
But I love the rack systems in there. How they do fold up and they're more compact, so you can maximize your turf area.
Absolutely.
So certainly you got a focus on basketball, and then you have lacrosse walls. So you must have lacrosse. What other sports are you helping here?
We've had football teams in here do training in the summertime. The speed and agility, but then also a lot of them have want to come in during days where it's wet outside, right? And it's raining. They want to cancel practice. They want to come in and use the gym just to do walkthroughs and things of that nature.
Sure.
We've had, of course, some basketball teams come in. Of course, we said that, but a lot of the teams that come in, they will come in for the conditioning work that's non-playing work. So a lot of speed and agility training, a lot of some lifting and things of that nature. We have some phenomenal speed and agility trainer in here that stands, head to head with our basketball trainers, and it's just the work that she puts them through. It's, the way she goes through it is like effortless for her, but it's like these kids are sweating and pouring and wet, which is great.
She puts them through it, huh?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So a lot of kids. So you'll see in the summertime we had soccer players in here, track players in here, baseball players in here, all going through those programs because it's all dedicated to strength, speed, and agility.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that is really, really cool. You're also getting a recovery room together.
Yes,
which sounds like my favorite.
Yeah.
So what do you got going on with that?
So talking with a lot of one of my other closest friends, he's a physical therapist, and I've always admired their approach to sports, right? He actually had he was a collegiate athlete at an Ivy League school. His name is Dr. Sean Thomas, a good buddy of mine. And he started his brand of Be More Today. And it was kind of taking his stuff that he learned in his therapy world, mixing it into what he knows in the sports, the competitive world, and really encouraging people to just be more and be active. But the reason why I share all that is because he went through a lot of knee injuries when he was going through his collegiate year. And, people wear the knee brace and all that kind of stuff at the surgeries. Like, he used his principles that he learned from his physical therapy and actually healed his knees to where he doesn't need the braces and things anymore, right? So through just really focusing on, hey, what are the correct things to do with my body to make sure my body's healing the best way? He did it. So now he was. So I've always seen that and say, how do we take those things and push them into the younger generation where we didn't think about stretching? Like, I don't remember. I used to see people stretching And before games, I'm like, yo, why are you stretching, man? The old guy, right? I get in there, the only thing I needed to do is put my sneakers are already on. We didn't have these wearing multiple pairs of sneakers to the gym. Like, it was just sneakers already on. Pick me, let's go.
You're not saying that anymore, Ricky.
Oh, no. Listen, I get out of
you're that old guy.
Listen, I get out of my bed like, okay, all right, I just got to move around and it will stop hurting. You know, like.
When I turned 32, the pain just crept in and it hasn't left yet.
Oh my goodness, man! Every morning now, I was like, wow. But so the recovery room, at the recovery room, we said, hey, how do we make sure this place is not just about coming and training, but part of your development is recovery.
Yeah, sure.
Right? And being proactive in recovery. So we're going to have a cold tub put in here, sauna we're going to have in here, a massage chair. Massage chairs we already have in here, leg massages, the gun massager, all those different things. And then also looking at partnerships with local physical therapists, sports medicine doctors and things of that nature so that these athletes can have those resources available to them pre-injury and post-injury.
Well, that's the key, right?
Yeah.
It's to get it before you get injured, not after.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you've surrounded yourself with a lot of quality people when it comes to coaching and training and stuff like that. Talk about some of the people that you have on your staff, because you're not doing all the training.
Oh, no, I'm not doing any of the training.
I'm
not doing any other training.
You're just the forward-facing,
good-looking guy. That's it, man. That's it. Make sure everyone's comfortable when they come in.
Are you happy?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Amazing team. One person shout out first is Gary Neal.
Okay.
Gary Neal, he's local to this Harford County area.
Yep. Aberdeen High School.
Yeah, Aberdeen High School.
Yep.
And I think they won a championship at Aberdeen High School. I'm not mistaken that. Yeah, they won a championship at Aberdeen High School a few years back. We're both starting to date ourselves a little bit.
Okay.
He does majority of the basketball training over here. He oversees the basketball training. And why he's important to oversee the basketball training, for those that don't know, he's a former NBA player.
Right.
So played many years.
Played for the San Antonio Spurs.
Yes, played for
Timberwolves.
He played for DC down there, the Wizards. Played for Atlanta. He played for a couple of different places, but he's really known for. And this is how Gary came on my radar.
Okay.
So Gary was playing against in the championships, the finals. He was on the Spurs playing against Miami Heat.
Oh wow.
And I at that time I was rooting for Miami to win. And this guy is coming out there knocking down 3-pointers, scoring all that. I said, yo, who is this guy? Like, I don't even know who this guy is. Who is this guy? Right? I'm not from the native area. I wasn't familiar with the Spurs. I hated the Spurs because I'm a Laker fan. So I didn't care anything about the Spurs, right? So for all the other Laker fans, you know why, right? There's always a battle. This guy out here shooting. I'm like, who is this guy, man? And that was the first time that he came on my radar.
Yeah.
And then over the years, when we moved down here, someone said, "Oh yeah, Gary Neal said."
Wait a second, not that guy.
I was like, "Who's?" Well, I know that name. I know that name, right? And then to come to find out that Gary Neal, and I told him that first story too when I first met him. I said, "Oh yeah, you're the guy that almost took it away from my Miami Heat." But he's in here. He does a lot of the training.
Yeah.
With our youth, we have multiple groups. We have people that are beginners. We have people that are more intermediate and advanced, that are in college that he trains. So the full spectrum of basketball.
Awesome.
People that are interested in basketball. I also have, I mentioned speed and agility trainer, Leah Contagio. She hates when I say this, but I got to give her kudos, man.
Absolutely.
Maryland State Coach of the Year,
That's
I think
awesome.
2023. And won a state championship with her high school team that she coaches in Havre Grace varsity head coach. Phenomenal trainer, phenomenal person, and being connected with people like that, it's just, I'm not doing no speed and agility training. Like that was the thing I hated the most.
How's your footwork?
Yeah, exactly, right. And really, really being able to see the details and help grow players. That's the biggest thing. Help grow players. Meet them where they are.
Yes.
And take them to the level and the potential that meets what they have. And then we have some other trainers that are stable here partner with us, not under the Success Journey brand, but they partner with us. And one I like to shout out, Chris Pappas. So Chris Pappas, he's from the area as well, another local guy. I think he's from out in Falston. And Me and him met a few years back. He was training my youngest son, and we started talking. He's like, man, I'm always trying to find a spot. I was like, yeah, me too, man. I would love to have a spot. And then, years later, I gave him a call. He's the first person I called as a trainer. Said, hey, man, I got a spot if you want to come use it, man.
Wow.
Use it. So he's come in from day one.
Okay.
And he's been training out of here.
Yeah.
Great guy. Great. His clientele is great individuals that I know as well from around the county. Mm-hmm. So we touch everybody, this whole Harford County. Now, right? My vision for this is, how do I bring the best trainers in the area into this gym?
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's as a
and
business
really,
owner.
there's nothing like that I can think off the top of my head.
You don't gotta think too hard, man. There isn't. I will tell you, there isn't.
You've seen it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. This is your space. You know that.
This is it, man. There's nothing there's nothing like this in this area, and we're proud to be able to offer that service to people. I think I was telling you the story that I was traveling down to Laurel from here. That's a 45 minutes with no traffic, but there's never no traffic leaving from here to go to Laurel. So I'm driving 50 minutes to an hour both ways to go down to get training for my son, and I can go to the city, right? People from here go down to the city and get training, and they're driving 40 minutes, right, to get training. So it's like, man, why don't we bring it here?
Right.
Bring it here. We have a lot of guys.
15 minutes from Bel Air, where we are.
Listen,
it's like
exactly
it's so convenient.
Exactly. So, and going back to that competitive nature of, I'm in Harford County. I'm part of Harford County now. Harford County against everything. I want to say, this is my spot, right?
Right.
How can I contribute and help us be
Are
better?
we going to invite some Cecil County people down here?
Oh, yes, we have some Cecil County.
We love you guys too.
We have them too, right?
And you have those,
They come down from Cecil County as well.
You're right on Route 40.
Listen, we have people from Delaware coming down in a train.
Yeah.
So it's just like, we wanted to make sure within that 45-minute mile radius, 30-minute mile radius, this is the spot.
Yeah.
This is where you want to come do your training. You want your athletes to become better athletes, but not only athletes, but people, right? Because, come on, you and I know that most people that go through this journey, some not gonna make it to the pros. Mm-hmm.
But most aren't.
Most not. Most are not.
Like less than 1%.
Exactly.
Are professional athletes.
Exactly. But who do you become in that process?
100%.
Right. You look at so many people that are even in D1s. Think of D1 alone, right? How many in D1 matriculate to the pros?
Yeah.
Very small
percentage.
But what I have so I'm coming from the corporate side. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I live my life in working with engineering consultant firms, working with Johns Hopkins, one of the major healthcare organization, 30 years in a row. They were #1 healthcare system in the world, right? Until they changed the ranking and how they judge it. So then we lost our, our #1 spot, right? I'm not talking about that, right? Then, I work for private organizations in the area, right? Worked with a lot of startups and things of that nature. And a lot of people that I saw at the helm, they have a sports story that they can connect to.
There you go.
And I'm just like, And a lot of them weren't the smartest kids in the school.
Right.
So I'm just like, wait a minute, how do we help these student athletes today understand the value that they're learning by learning this sport, being dedicated to this sport, being dedicated to this process, and what it could look like on the other end.
And alongside of that, just all the underlying values that you learn along the journey.
Yes. So that's the success journey sports, is how do we help support these young athletes along their journey. Yeah. And with that, I don't think I shared this with you. We started what we call a Success Journey Society. Okay. Right. We're having our launch. We launched some information last week, but we're having our official launch in the third week of October. And what that is how do we help provide our student athletes with support around mental health, giving them that mental toughness, right, that they would need, right? Academics, but then here's the biggest thing. I'm creating a culture around here, an ecosystem, I would say. Okay. An ecosystem we're creating that feeds people into the different sports spaces. Mm-hmm. So now, I always have this story, right? In my engineering background, I've designed systems, engineering systems, mechanical systems for every type of building except a stadium. Now, if I look back at how much fun I was having designing systems for hospitals and high schools and higher education and all those different museums and all that kind of stuff I designed systems for, I said, man, I would have loved to design a system for the Staples Center.
Yeah, right.
Or the Crypto Center, whatever it's called, those things are called, the Oracle and all that kind of stuff. I would have loved to design those systems, man, because that's what I love. I love sports. I love being around it, man. That would have been amazing.
Right.
But I never connected the two.
Yeah.
It was always separate, like, oh, that's sports over there, but work
Yes.
is over here, right?
Yeah.
So then I started thinking about that a little bit more. I said, man, you have a lot of kids that they like sports, but they're better at stats. Why don't I start showing them how to become a statisticianist? Or my son, which shocked me, my oldest son, he's not a super athlete, but he's super smart, right? And anything he touches, he's great in. Yeah, he's just phenomenal. And one day he started getting into sports broadcasting.
Interesting.
And I'm just like, man, there's so many different avenues that these kids can go outside. So as a team here with this society, we're creating a ecosystem to where we can get kids into sports broadcasts and we get them into social media marketing. We can get them into facilities operations, sports medicine, attorneys for agents.
Yes.
And dealing with the NIL stuff.
Right.
All those different pathways where if you're not on the court or on the field, you're still touching
Yes.
the industry.
That's awesome.
So now you never have to leave it.
That's a great approach.
So that's kind of that's the kind of support that we want to be able to offer.
And that's kind of
people.
breaking out in October.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Bringing out in October.
Awesome.
Yeah. So and with that, it's one of those things where people ask, well, how do I get be a part of that? And I'll talk about the memberships we have here because our membership offering is like I said, everything we do is better on purpose, right? Not to knock down anything else, but this is the Success Journey House, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. Got to keep the lights on.
And what we try to keep things affordable. Our mindset, how do we keep things affordable but offer as much value as we can offer?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. End of the day.
Well, that's the long term,
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So with that, we say, hey, every member of the gym, you can be part of the society. That's part of your membership.
Okay.
And then we say, okay, well, maybe you're not a member, but you want to become a member. Hey, you can come in $50 a month, and you can be part of the society.
Okay.
And that gives you get full access to the gym. You can come to all the sessions that we have. You can open gym, open run. You just come. And we're open from 5 a.m. to 12 to midnight.
Okay.
Right. But then we say, hey, there's other aspects of where we can also help you afford being a part of it.
Yeah.
Right. So there's no barrier. We try to eliminate the barriers for people to be able to be a part.
Yeah.
And to grow.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's it, man.
So you've alluded to that there are packages.
Yep.
And you do have a website, and we'll get that information about the website. What are some of the packages that people can expect if they join up here?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have our most basic package is $50 a month.
Okay.
Right. What you get with $50 a month is you get full access to this gym from 5 a.m. to 12 a.m.
Okay.
Right. You can come in and use the courts when they're not being used for training. You can use the weight room when it's not being used for training.
Okay.
Right. Trying to make it very competitive to anything that's around here.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have another level, right? And this level, I like this level because it kind of was birthed out of a need from the parents, where a gentleman said, "Hey, I'd like to train my son. Can I use your gym to train my son?" Well, I was like, "Man, I don't want to sell you 2 memberships because I hated going to the certain places."
Yes.
And I'm like, I'm not playing, I'm just training. They're like, well, you're gonna need a full membership. I'm just like, I'm never gonna use this thing, right? So, it's one of those things where I say, you know what? Well, we'll create a package where you're not paying full price to be a father or uncle or a mother or whatever, and you want to train your child, your daughter, or your son. You pay $75 and you can come in and train them.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's like, so what we don't want, and because this gym is a training focused gym.
Yes.
Right. What we can't have is people just coming in and just doing their own training on their own. Right. Because then it just defeats the purpose of the space and things of that nature. So we try to accommodate people as much as possible by giving them a package that will work with them. So with that membership though, that's our elite membership.
Okay.
You get access to recovery room, you get access to the shooting machine. We have our shooting machine set up 4 hours every day, right? You can come in early in the morning, come in late at night, get shots up, whatever it may be, right?
Drew could work on his
There you go, there you go. Get in here, man, get as many shots as you need, man.
He's going to go up against Gary Neal.
Yeah, there you go. I tell you, man, he just hit like 70-something free throws in a row.
Oh, my lordy.
Yeah.
Drew shoots 92% from the foul line.
Oh, there you go. So they, so you have that package, and then we have a family package.
Okay.
Right? Family package, bring your whole family in, and you get all the access as an elite member.
Okay.
For a family of 4,
Okay.
right? So that's our base memberships for the gym alone. Now, I told you this is a training facility.
Yep.
So there are training packages now. Now, on the website, you'll see some packages there, but that's all getting ready to be updated as of this month coming in October. Like I said, we've been trying to find what works best for the community here. And so our training packages is, and we've been promoting this for the last month, is $180 a month. You get to train with Gary for 2 sessions a week, so 8 sessions in a month.
Okay.
$180 a month.
Oh, nice. Wow.
Dude, exactly.
Wow.
Hey, you're not beating that.
Yeah,
Nowhere.
You're not beating that anywhere.
That's $22 an hour to train with an NBA veteran.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Crazy.
Yes. The people are like, man, how you do that? And we can talk about the business side of it and another thing. But it's one of those things where it's like, how do I give enough value for people, right? So that they see that we're here to give them, and of course we got to make the numbers work for our end to keep the lights on.
Sure.
And I'll show you my business mind around that, how we talk further along. But then you also have on our training, speed and agility, we have a $120 package.
Okay.
And that $120 package is for 8 sessions a month as well.
Okay.
So so there's no trainer that I know in this area or in this vicinity 45 hour away that's giving you those prices.
Yeah.
Now I must say I had a conversation with a good buddy of mine, Daryl Adams. He runs Rhythm Dribble down in Laurel, and that's where I was taking my son for a couple of years. And every now and again I bring him down there just to be in an environment and work on stuff. He runs a great program down there. Me and him had a really great conversation, and he was like, Rick, a lot of times, we're pricing out ourselves, and families really want to get training done, but they really can't afford it.
Yeah.
How do we make it affordable? And that's once having those conversations with him, and really just understanding, like, hey, we got to do something different. That's kind of allowed me to shape my mind around how do we package something that, of course, business would be okay, but that also our guests and our members feel exceptional value coming from that.
Yeah. You talked about you guys do a lot of content as well.
Yes.
I'm curious what you're doing on social media and such that that draws people to your business as much as I try to draw people to our business.
Yeah. So social media has been an evolving thing, right? I got on social media. I was in college, my last year in college, and I got a notification saying, hey, you're invited to join Facebook. All right. And right when Facebook at that time was opening up to colleges, different areas, right?
Yes, that's right.
And so my college was picked, and we was like, all right, great. Let's go and let's do this. So we as I've been going on Facebook, it's turned from, hey, understanding and meeting people and linking up with old friends and all that kind of stuff to the business of it.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
And I tell people today, and I stand by this, and I'll say this right here in this podcast, if you're on social media, it's either one or two things happening. Either you are helping someone else make money, or you're making money. And even when you are making money, you're helping someone else make more money.
Right.
I mean, that's what social media is. It's about data,
Yes.
right? And you may have this feeling of, oh, this feels great because I'm connected to people, but behind all that connection is data.
Yes.
And that data is making people extremely wealthy. And we see that all the time. And that's why people are trying to grow their social media and things of that nature, right? So I tell people, if you're on here, you're not actively trying to build and grow, That's okay. You don't have to, but just know where you are in it. Like you're there to help someone make money off your data, right? And people say, well, I don't post anything on there, but you're on there looking.
Yes, you are. Yes, you
and
are.
that's data that they're taking as
You are
well.
a demographic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what we do with content is we've been playing and trying to figure out how to, and we're just growing this from scratch, right? I'm not a social media savant at all. I know a lot of friends that I'm close to that are, and just trying to learn from them and pick different things for them. But we've been just playing with content right now.
Okay.
I mean,
Seeing what works.
seeing what works, what doesn't work. We're in test mode right now,
Yeah.
right? Things that are working, like, hey, we have, a no-brainer. We have Gary Neal, NBA player here. Let's have Gary Neal on the page. Let's show Gary Neal and all the things that he's done and everything of that nature. And let's try to attract people that way. We have Leah in here, state champ. Let's other people in here. But I would say the things that are organically working for us is people seeing themselves. I'll put it this way. I watched the Netflix series on the Dallas Cowboys.
Yes.
Right. So growing up, I was a Dallas Cowboys fan.
I'm sorry.
Because it was around the time where they were winning.
Yeah.
Right?
Dallas Cowboys fan now?
No.
Okay.
You know?
Though I'm a Ravens fan, so I really can't talk much right now.
So
you're probably a New York fan.
I adopted the Ravens when I came down.
Okay.
So I've been 12 years Ravens fan.
So you're
now.
just as much disappointed as I am, right?
Exactly. You know?
Okay.
It was said in there, Jerry Jones, right? Jerry Jones, owner of the Dallas Cowboys. He said he had a conversation with his father when he bought the Cowboys, and his father said, Jerry, you got to make it big. You got to make it big. You got to make it look big. You got to be Showtime. You got to be big. You got to be big. No matter if it's doing well or not doing well, you got to make it big. You got to make it big.
Yeah.
And after watching that, I was like, we got to make it big.
Yeah.
So everything we do, I said, it has to be big. Let's go give as much as we can, as much energy, much capture, as much content, show what's going on in here, show what the kids are doing in here, show what the training's going on, show the events that are happening in here, all those different things, man. This show. I used to be anti-social media. I was like, everyone's showing all this stuff. I don't want to be on there.
Yeah.
But I've completely flipped and like, you know what? I don't care.
Yeah.
Just show it all.
Yeah.
Show it all.
Yeah.
As much as you can. Just show it. So that's what we've been doing for content.
That's awesome.
Just really building up a library of it.
If you're not on there, you're not growing.
Listen, man, we've had things fail on there. Like, that ain't work. Let's take that down.
It's funny, right?
You know?
There's like one video where you're like, this is the dumbest video ever, and it gets thousands of views.
Yeah.
And then there's another one where you put all the time and effort into it, and it flops.
Yeah.
Like what?
Was
it the time of day? Was it the text that I used? Was it the hashtag that I used? It's like,
and that's where
and trying to figure it out, you just never.
I started to separate myself from the results of it versus the activity of going through the motions and doing it.
Yes, and the consistency. Yeah.
So to be consistent, get it out there, keep doing it, just keep doing it.
Yeah.
And try to improve, try to make quality, keep quality.
Right.
But don't get caught up on the results of it.
Exactly.
One of my good buddies told me, he said, stop scoreboard watching.
Just play the game.
Play the game.
If people wanted to check out your place, how can they connect with you on website as well as your social media handles?
Yeah, absolutely. The building is located right on Pulaski Highway.
Yeah.
642 South Philadelphia Boulevard. I hate writing that all out. Aberdeen,
Route
Maryland.
40.
Yeah, Route 40. Aberdeen, Maryland. We are here from 8 a.m. And someone's here until typically 9 p.m. Staff member. So check us out any of those times. If you want to see what we're doing online, go to successjourneysports.com and you can find out all the information, all the memberships we offer, different activities that are coming up and things of that nature. There's also a contact number. Reach out, call, text, go online to our social media handles. It's Success Journey Sports. Actually put a fail-safe in place now.
Okay.
As of yesterday, that a message would never go unanswered. So
there you go.
Go ahead and get it. Reach out to us, and we'll get back to you and go from there.
Man, this has been an honor. This has been a pleasure. This has been really cool.
Nah, man,
I'm so glad we met.
Tim. Yeah, likewise, Tim. Man, it's been good. It's really good.
I wish you nothing but great success.
Appreciate it, man.
And if there's ever anything that we can do to help you guys out, certainly.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate
doing
it.
great things. So
thanks so much for having me, man. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Follow these guys on social media, please. Check out their website. It's very easy to navigate. Check us out on social media. We're at the Markland Advantage on Facebook, Instagram. We're at TMA Real Estate on TikTok and X.
Love it.
I never told you we were on X, did I? No. So
Love it.
until next time, folks, live your life to the fullest, and we'll see you soon. Take care.
Perfect.
Did you like this episode of the TMA Connection? Well, you might want to check this one out right here. Go ahead, click it.